share a song, and it's classic. I know that some of you, maybe you have heard of this song minimum of 10 times in your life. So some of you may have heard of it like 100 times. But for I would just like to share what God has done to me for the past 2 months. Yes, I am thankful of God's timing. Sometimes it angers me, God's timing, because for me it's very untimely. I went home and spent 7 weeks in Philippines, and I'm just so glad that I went home at that duration of time. Because when I was back home, my pastor, he's not just my pastor, he's like my second dad, and he's my mentor. And basically, we spent Christmas in their house, and very important holidays we spent it in their house. So he's really close to us young people, and he has passion for us. So he trained us. I became a worship leader because he trained me. So he's really close to me. And on my 4th week in the Philippines, he's just 45 years old. He suddenly died. It was Sunday. He preached in the morning, went to outreach in the afternoon, and played basketball in the evening. And after he just threw the ball, and by the way, the ball went in, wingless. He collapsed, and then was never revived. There were 2 nurses in that basketball court. They started doing CPR, and then he was brought to the nearest hospital. But they did cardiac massage for more than 1 hour. They gave him 16 epinephrine, which is unusual because 2 epinephrine you should be revived already. So if it's more than that, it means that you're really dead. So he was not revived. And for us, we were really left distraught. We felt like it's not God's timing. God, how can you get our pastor when you know that you have just started lots of things in this church through him. He started 3 outreaches at the same time. He has 3 children, and the youngest is just 12 years old. And for us, it's just untimely. And one more thing is that his wife, our pastor, is also very sick, and it was very hard for us. We were debating on how we're going to tell his wife that his husband passed away already. But to our amazement, when our pastora, that's how we call the pastor's wife, when she was informed that pastor passed away already, she's very calm. She has this peace that you can see it in her eyes and her face. And then when we asked her, this is what she said: I love my husband very much. And if I know that he is in the best place that he can be, I can suffer all the things that he has left, because I know that he is in the best place. And I know that it's God's time. As I look at her, people came, people were crying, and were like, ooh. And then our pastor would tell me, it's okay, it's not your husband anyway, it's my husband. Yeah, it was like, it's very weird for us. But it reminded us that the God that we serve is really in control. And that she trusted our God. That it might not be a very good timing for all of us, but it's still a good timing, because we know that God is in control. So, because of our pastor's death, my stay here in Cambodia is also shortened. Yeah, because they're asking me to go back and help with a lot of things. So, it has an implication to me as well. And if I'm being honest, I would say that that is not my dream. I have my own dream. But I know that God's plan is still the best. And it is well with my soul, no matter what. Because I know that God is still in control. So I'm going to sing this hymn now. Please bear with me. I've been singing all day long. If you know this song, you can sing with me.